Hello YouTube world and welcome to another episode of Focus Knob. What's up YouTube? It's me again, this time with another review on this interesting flashlight. This one comes from Warsun. Thanks to them for sending this for me to review. So what's included? You got the flashlight, a lanyard, and a USB-C charging cable. And that's pretty much it. No manual. Pretty sparse offering. So let's take a look at the main flashlight. So what got me interested in this flashlight is the big convex lens. I thought that was pretty interesting. I was curious what the beam profile will look like with a big lens like that. So it's a pretty good sized flashlight. Definitely not lightweight. So according to specs, this is 14 ounce, weighs 14 ounce. Let's check the dimension. 5.5 inches in length, 2 inches in width. So yeah, it's a good size flashlight that fits in your hand. So you got two buttons. That's the main power button and a second button for the side light. And you got the digital readout for the battery charge. On the back is a plastic cap, non-removable. Well, you can remove it. It's held down by these three Torx screws. And this is the charge port, USB charge port. And it also acts as a charging bank, I believe. And this is a zoomable head. So if it's all the way down, it's in flood beam mode, and then when you extend it, it's going to be in a spot beam mode to project that light as far as it can go. Let's talk about specs. This is the model SP07S, capable of 3000 lumens, and I'm going to verify that. Supposedly the battery inside is 11,700 milliamp hours, and it's rated at IPX4. So let me just quickly run through the modes. So the top button controls the main light, and the defaults to high mode, and there's three modes. A second press will go to the medium mode, a third press goes to the low mode, and then turns off. Unfortunately, there's no memory, so you'll always have to cycle through the different modes, and fortunately there's only three modes. And then the second button controls the side light. It's got a nice warm tint to it. I'd say 4000 Kelvin color temperature, while the main light is close to neutral white, probably around 6000 Kelvin. Second press goes to medium mode, and then goes to the red emergency light or night vision mode, which I really like. Press it again and it goes to the emergency or warning mode and starts blinking red. For reference, this is where I do my test shots. It's a big, wide open, grassy field, perfect for testing flashlights at night. "3,000 lumens is definitely bright. Look at that beam pattern. I like that wide beam pattern. There's no hot spot in the center. The beam is nicely, evenly lit. I like that type of beam pattern. for close-ups where you can illuminate a wide area up close, and if you need to look at something further out, you could zoom the beam, concentrate the beam into a collimated beam pattern for more reach. And the light color temperature is about, I'd say, 6,000 to 6,500 Kelvin. Very neutral white. I don't see any hint of blue tint to it, so it's got a nice color. But once again, I prefer a more warmer tint around 5,000 Kelvin. Heading back, using the side light mode with its much warmer color temperature, I'd say that's about 4,000 to 3,000 Kelvin. Very warm color. I like this test shot. This is the wide beam mode. And then there's the spot mode with the square beam. Some might not like that square beam pattern, but it's alright. This is the side light mode with its yellow light, and then the red light mode. You can see it's barely illuminating further out. It's really meant for close-up. And here's a test shot out in the open field. You can really see the beam pattern, the wide beam pattern. Looks really good out in the open. And then you can concentrate the beam to look even further out. I really like that wide beam pattern. Even illumination, no hot spot. Here's a test shot of a cactus using the side light. So this is 200 lumens. Pretty good illumination for 200 lumens. This is low mode, and then red light is about 4 lumens, which is good for about 5 feet. Very close up. Any further than that, you can't really see much. This is the blinking emergency mode. Using my hobby grade light integration apparatus, I'm able to verify that this flashlight can do 3000 lumens. In high mode, it starts up at 3000 lumens but quickly drops off, and within 3 minutes it's down to 600 lumens. In medium mode, it starts out at 2000 lumens and gradually drops down to 400 lumens after 3 minutes. And low mode starts out at 1000 lumens and drops down to about 300 lumens after 3 minutes. I also took the liberty of measuring the maximum temperature of the high mode, and it reached about just over 42 degrees Celsius after 3 minutes. I also plotted the full runtime in high mode as well as medium mode. High mode lasted for about 3 hours with a sustained output of about 600 lumens for a good 2 hours. And medium mode lasted for just over 5 hours with a sustained output of around 400 lumens for close to 5 hours, which is really good. Unfortunately, low mode was gonna take too long for me to record, so I didn't do a full graph of it, but from what I got, it's got a sustained output of about 300 lumens for however long it's gonna last. And according to specs, it should last for about 12 hours, but based on my trajectory, 9 hours is more likely. The maximum temperature reached in high mode is about 45 degrees Celsius, which is warm. You can definitely hold the flashlight without feeling the burn. Okay. Looks like it's a battery pack in there as opposed to individual batteries. Let's see if I could remove this without destroying anything. There she goes. That's the battery pack. And unfortunately, no labels. And I don't care to remove the shrink wrap to find out exactly what type of battery this thing has. I guess that's as far as I'll be able to take this apart. Okay. Here's a look at the side lights. So we got 8 white LED emitters and 4 red LED emitters right in the center. Got the 2 buttons here, and that's the LCD readout. So this is basically the driver for the flashlight. Let's take a look at the LED. Let's see, I'm just curious what how well it's heat sink to the body of the flashlight. There we go. Okay. So it is aluminum. I thought it was made of plastic, but that's aluminum, that's metal. There it is. Overall, this is a pretty decent flashlight, and even though it's rated at IPX4, I will knock it down for not being watertight. As I have shown, this area is definitely vulnerable to water ingress. Definitely do not expose this to rain. There's no kind of a gasket in here. Even the backside, there's no gasket or O-ring to seal this part. I like the brightness. 3000 lumens is very bright, so it definitely met the specs. And I just wish that the 3000 lumens lasted longer than half a minute. I also wish this flashlight had memory, so I didn't have to cycle through all the modes just to get to the setting that I want each time I turn it on. It would have been nice to have instant on or off without having to go through the cycles each time. Flashlight barely got hot when running in high mode. It could definitely handle 1500 lumens for several minutes if it was programmed correctly. But it does have a good long runtime in high mode. In low mode, who knows how long this flashlight will last. I just didn't have enough time to test that. I like the side light, the red light especially. That will come in handy sometime. Since I do a lot of astronomical viewing with my binoculars and telescopes, so for night vision, you definitely want that red light. Thank you for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up to let others know this is good stuff. And if you didn't like it, comment down below and let me have it. Also subscribe to my channel if you want to be notified of any future videos that I release. You'll be the first to know. Okay, until next time, see ya.